Hey folks, it's the coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
So for this challenge, we're in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes to go. We've got a tie ball game, 17 points apiece. You have the ball on your opponent's 35-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mostert. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and
2. Here's Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming in.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17. Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 24-17. A little over 50 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Mahomes. First play of the drive going for 14. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Stephon Gilmore dials the corner blitz and earns the sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an Ultimate Challenge. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
All right, thanks, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the second quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're down 2 scores. You've got possession at midfield. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Wilson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now for the point after. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
Our home team, 17. Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 33-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, he's absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So Carr and the Raiders now down 24-21. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carr. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw complete here to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Carr. Aguilar has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now Carr. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. It's complete left side to Aguilar. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
2nd down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing now is Wilson. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
24. Greg Joseph.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
First and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Second and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Carr. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
1-yard gain. First down, Raiders.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One final try now for Carr. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Visitors 24.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks as always. We start this challenge in the third quarter with 90 seconds left. You trail by a touchdown. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any point. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. And they rattle off a big one. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first down, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for two. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught for the 2 points. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
King on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10. At their own 22.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
But no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. A fake to Eckler. Now here's Taylor. That one complete to Joe Reed. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. It's Troymaine Pope, the former Jacksonville State Gamecock. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
He's tackled at the 30.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And this is incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor. His throw incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From midfield now, here's Taylor. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run again with Jackson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Hunter Henry. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
5-yard line.
Going on the ground with Eckler. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 7, 30 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in?
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Desmond King now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, here's King. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
A gain of
back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
to the 49-yard line.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Third down.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Formation for the Chargers.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. Here's Beckham. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 30.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
First and 10.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Wilson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Visitors 35.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, we will begin this challenge in the 3rd quarter with 3 minutes remaining. You're ahead on the scoreboard. Your opponent has the ball on their 20-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. That was Patrick Peterson from his quarterback spot whirling in for the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Ingram, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. Going to be brought down here in the backfield.
A loss of 13.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Number 3.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Second and 11 now. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
21.